Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Pete, I need to start this one off with a bit of an apology.
Okay.
I have made a mistake, and I shouldn't have slagged off the Lord of the Rings in any way, shape, or form ever.
I saw you saying that you want some figures now.
I do. So I watched the standard editions ages ago, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and I didn't like it. After all this Lord of the Rings talk that keeps going on, I went on Amazon and downloaded the extended editions of all of them.
Nice.
Hey Alvin, how are you? And I sat there for the week and watched them and absolutely loved them. And now I want Lord of the Rings figures, and they are so much better. Like, I didn't think when people said the extended versions were that much better that they actually were.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
They add so much to it, and it makes so much more sense, like, with those additional bits added. So,
definitely.
Yeah, Irie, hello. So, yeah, I apologise for every bad thing I ever said about Lord of the Rings. It's fantastic. I love it now. And all I'm doing is looking for figures for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, there you go. Here's our Lord of the Rings man, Danny.
Here he is. Here's the man. Hello.
Well, it's good to know. It's good to hear, mate. It's good. I think, a lot of people don't, if they've not seen it for a while, they kind of tend to forget and they think, oh, it's too long and there's too many characters and stuff. But, the films are brilliant. And it's possible to get a decent... I mean, I don't know kind of what characters you're thinking of, but obviously...
Equan, my two favourite non-Americans.
It is possible to put together some good figures. So, it's...
So
it's
I think I'd quite like the... Well, initially, I just want the core three. So I want... Because I don't like the Hobbits in the slightest. Like, actually... I take that back. I don't like Sam, and I don't like Frodo. Frodo, it's effectively 16 hours of how many ways you can stab a hobbit, because every single film he gets stabbed, and every single film he just kind of goes... Ah!
He does.
And then,
froths at the mouth.
Yeah, and Sam's a little bit too familiar. He wants Frodo's bag end. He wants... like... So
his teabag end.
Yeah, and he's proper, like, we've all got good mates, but not that good. Fuck me. But yeah, I'd quite like
Aragorn, Legolas
and Gimli. Yeah, I mean, I'd like, obviously Gandalf. Got to have a bit of Bobby Gandalf. Can't whack that. So I was looking on eBay, and there's a Sideshow Gandalf that doesn't look too bad for about 140 quid.
Yeah.
So yeah, Danny, I feel exactly the same way as you in Hobbit characters. So the other two don't bother me too much, because at least they do something. Apart from the really fucking pussy scaredy one, he winds me up a little bit. But the other one that was in Lost, he's not too bad.
Yeah.
He doesn't bother me because he gets stuck in. But I've had a good time watching them. And the Mouth of Sauron as well. I wouldn't mind. That.
It does look cool. Yeah. Yeah, he's a wicked figure.
Yeah. Completely pointless character, but yeah.
Creepy as fuck.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm on the lookout now.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well,
I'm on the lookout.
I'll keep my eyes peeled, mate.
Because the asthma stuff is so fucking expensive.
It is. The trouble is, it's really good value if you can get it when it's in stock and it's new. But the aftermarket prices can go a bit crazy. So I mean, if you're happy with the Helm's Deep Aragorn and Legolas, they're still in stock and you can get them, and you'll get them at a decent price. And it's only really Gimli then that you've got to kind of have a hunt for, and you do see him up for decent, like 200 every now and again, which isn't bad because he's a very good figure. So I'm on the lookout. Nice.
I'm on the lookout.
Nice.
So that's my little public apology out of the way. So, as per usual, we're just going to thank Watto, because he is the man, the myth, the legend, the network sponsor that pounds us relentlessly with 6-scale heads and bits for your Kenner vehicles. So, well worth hitting him up and giving him a go.
Yeah.
KJ Smith, hello. Well worth giving him a go. He's a top man and he will sort you out to no end.
Definitely.
So, I think we should start with the best. Well, the bit of the show where we realise how much we've got and how much we haven't got. Yeah. So let's go into it.
New this fortnight.
Well, I was very close to being a 00 2 weeks running, but something did turn up in the post yesterday. So funny we just talk about Lord of the Rings. So this is it's a bit of fun. This is the Mithril shirt that Frodo wears. That
see, I know what you're on about now.
You do now. Otherwise, you'd be going, what the fuck are you on about, man?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what the fuck?
So the Frodo I bought was the re-release version, so the slim version. So Asmus have done slim versions of figures. So they did a second release, and they just came with less gear.
General Kenobi.
And so basically, this didn't come. The original Frodo had the Mithril shirt. My one didn't, and it's a bit of a funny one because obviously once you then put all the rest of the clothes on, you've got no idea he's got it on. But I've always
Hans blue jacket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But just for completism and because I'm sad, I wanted the Mithril shirt. So I've been looking for one, and the Mouth of Sauron figure comes with one. So I've even contemplated, picking him up for the shirt and keeping the figure or moving the figure on. It's a good figure. And I've sort of hesitated, and then I was chatting to our good mate Mark Pearson, who's obviously got his Ringcast podcast that I joined him on.
I love the Ringcast because it sounds like a sort of cast you put on your arsehole after you've torn it.
yeah. And he just bought a Frodo, and his was supposedly a slim as well, but he had the shirt, and he said to me, "Oh, I don't need it. I've got no use for it. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yeah, nice one, mate. How much do you want?"
Oh, nice.
And he was like, "No, it's a gift."
Cool. Very cool.
And I offered postage, and he said no. So massive shout out and thank you to Mark Pearson, top man.
Good
got
lad.
it all the way from America. Arrived yesterday, so I've put it on Frodo. As I say, you wouldn't know he's got it on. Aside from his clothes being a little bit tighter, but I know it's there, and that's all that matters. So yeah,
cool.
Brilliant. Really pleased about that.
Nice.
So what about yourself, mate?
So I got my 501st turned up. So I just went for the standard edition because I had Sideshow points, and I wasn't 100% convinced that I wanted it. So I thought, fuck it, I'll give it a go for the cheap price I got it for. And I really like it. It's good. I think now I was saying on the chat, I think I prefer the armour on the Sideshow one.
Right. So which is which?
So the left
people.
The one on the left kneeling down is the Sideshow one with a custom helmet. And the one on the jetpack with the two pistols is the Hot Toys one, but it's got the Commander Cody pistols.
Okay.
So I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's great. It does exactly what it says on the tin. It's a bit of a bastard because of how stiff everything is to move. So you kind of go from one extreme to the other. But I think
is that a fat suit issue again, or?
I'm not sure, I think it's the ratcheted joints. I think there's definitely some padding on the legs that gets in the way, which I think they do to keep that thigh armour from rocking about.
Yeah.
But I think it's the forearms that I'm not overly keen on, just because they're so big. But I get that they have to be that big because there's a normal 6-scale body underneath, whereas the Sideshow clone's body was a very specific body with really spindly thin arms. Which is why which is why you can't take a Hot Toys body and put it on a Sideshow clone. It doesn't fit because everything is stylized. Okay. But yeah, the padding's definitely a nuisance, and it definitely. So when I get some time, I'm gonna piss about and see what I can do with it. So equal. And I was hoping they'd do a regular clone troop at one point without the blue markings of the 501st. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it wouldn't take much to take it off. And yeah, the padding is a nuisance. It really is, particularly on the legs. But yeah, a plain trooper would be cool. But yeah, I mean, it's good. It does everything it says on the tin, and it means I've got another one that I can display with Anakin. It's nice. It does what I want it to do. I'm looking forward to other clones that they do, but I probably won't buy any because we'll come to that later, because I have a way to do my own.
Tell me, Ian, where is this beautiful antique table that you take all your glorious photos on?
That beautiful antique table is a normal oak table, and that is a cloth that goes over.
Oh, right.
That's a PVC cloth thing. So my boy, when he's doing arts and crafts and stuff, doesn't shit up the table. So
looks all right.
Yeah, so we just leave it on, and we never bother taking it off. When I take the photos, I never bother. Just leave it, because I can't. I'm that lazy. I can't be asked.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of okay. So Eddie, do you prefer the Hot Toys or Sideshow clones? I think I prefer the look of the Sideshow clones, but I prefer overall the Hot Toys ones because the bodies aren't floppy, and at least they can stand on their own without. Because the Sideshow clone bodies, the torso on them is made of like 4 separate pieces that all stack up, and it's all held together with the armour, so that's not such a problem. But then it's those hip joints that really fuck everything up, because they get so loose that he ends up just wanging around like a limp dick. So it makes it really hard to pose. But then the Hot Toys one is kind of the other way, where the fat suit underneath makes it quite difficult to crunch it into the right position. So I might have to try and see what
bouncing back again.
Yeah. So and one thing that I wish Hot Toys did is the weapon. The stock on it is meant to fold all the way back round on itself. It doesn't. It can't get past the giant fucking handle, because they have the same issue they had with Cody, where they've made the weapon handle so fucking massive that they're a bastard to get in the hand. And then, because there's no pin that on the stock that would sit up inside the rifle, like end of the rifle, the barrel, that front piece, it's not on the picture, but that front piece that normally sits there keeps wanging down. So unless you've got it posed like that, however you do it, that piece drops. Yeah. So, I mean, a dab of glue would have sorted it out. I don't know why they made that bit movable when you can't pull it round like you're meant to be able to do. So just glue it. Just make so it doesn't drop. But the rest of the accessories in the standard are really good. The thermal detonators are great. The rocket launcher is fantastic. I kind of wish the only accessories I wish I had that I don't have. I'm not worried about the helmets. I can't move for Phase 1 helmets. It's the bit I don't like. Well, the bit I would have wanted was the Gatling gun and the backpack. Would have been good. Yeah, cool. Because Phase 1 helmets, like, I've got a load here. Like, I can print as many of them as I like. Like, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
So I'm not that worried about the different helmets. But yeah, on the whole, I quite like it. I think it's pretty good. It could be worse. Yeah. And then I've got my undersuits turned up as well. Finally turned up.
Right. Okay.
After 3 weeks, and I'm still waiting on. Do you know, a while ago I said I ordered a display case from Wicked Brick.
Yeah.
Still waiting for it, and that's now been a whole month, just for a little PVC display case
to put in that.
I want to put Indy in it because I don't have any other Indy figures, so have that as a standalone thing up on the wall. But it hasn't turned up yet, so I need to chase them because they said 21 working days or something, which I thought was a bit much. But
are they actually? Do they make them to order? Do they then? Or...
Apparently, I mean, let's put it this way: they can fucking bombard me every day with emails about new stuff.
Yeah.
But for some reason,
can't get you what you actually ordered.
Yeah. So fun and games. But here we go. So yeah, that was it. That was all I got. I'm hoping maybe next week I'll have a few more bits, but I doubt it. Cool. I doubt it. Cool.
Evening, Ryan.
So,
nice to see you, mate.
Hello, Ryan. So let's see what's come out.
New releases.
So we have this, which here doesn't look too bad.
No, this looks good.
Yeah, so this is the Soso Toys Butcher, which will set you back 158 quid. Take the weird smiling head and just throw it away because it's fucking awful.
Yeah.
But the rest of it looks pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
No. Looks pretty good. I mean, for these photos, it looks really good. I think angle is quite crucial, even on this face, on this head sculpt. But all the stuff it comes with looks really cool. You get you get the machine gun, you get a sniper rifle, you get all sorts of.
Yeah, you get a fair bit of it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Just that awful fucking smirking head.
Did Steve pick this up? Did he order this one?
I think he did, yeah. Yeah, because originally he was like, nah, fuck that, I'm going to get rid of it. Like, that head is awful.
Yeah.
And then more pictures came out of the normal head. So...
Yeah, and I suppose for that sort of price, if only one head's good to use, and it's still not too bad.
No, for 158 quid for them to even give you two heads.
Exactly.
Is a bit of a blessing. So
just write that one off and go with this one. But
yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, doesn't, other than the shitty secondary head, it doesn't offend me. So
no.
Yeah, not a problem. And then we had the art figures, the mercenary at 143 quid. So Crossbones to the whole world and his wife. This isn't too bad, actually. I think art figures did okay with this.
Yeah.
It's just a couple of years too late.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. Who's buying this? But,
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing with some third-party stuff. I don't know. It's not that it's bad. It's just I don't know anyone who is clambering for one. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, close but no cigar.
No.
And then this one is now I like this is the battle damage Thanos.
Yeah.
319 quid though on Sideshow. So by the time you add everything on, it's going to be a bit more. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
He's a pricey bugger, but and you've owned the first. You owned the first one. Don't know if you still got him or not. I can't remember.
No, I got rid of that.
But you were really keen on that one. You liked that figure. The head sculpts were good, and I think. And then they brought out the armoured version, but everyone was really kind of like waiting for this one. I think it looks really good. I mean I'm not a massive fan of. I was thinking about that. Why doesn't Crossbones come with a mask?
Go back a slide though. I thought he did.
No.
Oh no, he doesn't. Yeah,
because there was one included with the Civil War Captain America.
Yeah.
Which I sold on. So there's probably going to be if you're buying one of these, you need to find one of the Hot Toys helmets. Yeah, odd that. Unless that would make it too obvious that's who it was. And
I mean, it's fairly fucking obvious as it is.
Yeah. Anyway, back to I think this is the one everyone was waiting for, and I think aside from some things I've read about saying that some of the battle damage is a little bit soft close up, I think from the sort of normal viewing angles it does look really good.
But I've noticed that with a few other posts around some of the other battle damage figures that Hot Toys have been putting
Mark
out.
85 that's coming.
Yeah, they've just like splattered it with a bit of silver and gone, that'll do.
Yeah.
So,
but I love the head sculpt, the top head sculpt. I think that's really kind of captures him. Not so keen on the grinning, on the gritty teeth one. But
the problem is that gritted teeth one works really well with the Infinity War one, and they just keep reusing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So they should have just, and also they changed the outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to me though, like if you're going to have a Thanos, I want a Thanos that wiped out half of everything. Like the Infinity War one to me is my favourite one, just because it's the one that decimated the Avengers. So if you're gonna do it, go big.
Yeah, I like this one, but as I say, like you said, do you want the weak and defeated Thanos or the one from Infinity War that kind of smashed everyone up? But I think it's a good figure. I think it's been well done.
It's, of all the battle damage stuff they've done, I think this is probably my favourite.
But it's a lot of money.
Yes, and then next up we have his little friend, the infamous Space Wizard.
Yep.
For 125 quid. not bad. And I
not
think
bad,
that
no.
I was a bit worried about the way the hair was going to come out, but actually I think it looks okay.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cannot complain about that for 125.
No.
That's spot on.
Yeah, no, I like it.
If I had Marvel stuff, I'd pick one up.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see whether the same company has a go at any of the other ones, because I know that some of them are quite popular. The big guy, whatever his name is, something more, isn't it?
Yeah. Ryan says this looked great displayed with the Mark 85 battle damaged. Yeah, this is really good, really impressed with that. And while we're on the Marvel train,
yeah.
So we got Flashpoint Visus for a 162 quid. I don't mind this in the slightest. I think you get quite a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, if you go for the one with the retro suit and the sort of damaged head, kind of.
Yeah, because I don't know anyone who go for the standard.
No, it's not a lot of point really.
No, because really, if you pick up another body with that deluxe set, you can get 2 figures out of it.
Yeah,
you've got the fucked up dead head.
Yeah,
but you've also, because you've got that alternative clothes like the Halloween costume, you can easily get 2 out.
Like a retro, it's quite a cool look. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
And if you get a Wanda with the costume as well, that'd be quite a good pairing.
Yeah.
So not bad at all.
No.
For 162 quid, not
Definitely
bad.
Not.
And then on to SW Toys with their number 52 clown for 115 quid. So there's a story behind this. And do you know the sculptor Sean Dabbs?
Yep.
So when SW Toys first put this up,
I remember
they'd taken Sean Dabbs' head and solicited it and put the figure up. So Sean went, do you know what? Fuck you. You want to nick my head? Fine. And he posted the files for it everywhere for anyone to download and print and do what they like with. And SW Toys reached out to him and worked a deal out with him.
Right.
I've got the file for that. And I printed one and painted it ages ago. It's a really good sculpt. Sean absolutely killed it. There's so much detail to it. And he was like, yep, anyone can have it, anyone can print it, anyone can do what the fucking like with it. And I just got my first 3D printer. And I was like, yes, please. Thank you very much. And that was my first attempt at printing a 1/6 scale head. It's massive. It's way too big.
Yeah, I remember it. It's more like quarter scale, yeah.
If that's a 1/6 body, that's the head. When I was trying to figure out scaling, but I figured I'd paint it up anyway because I quite like it.
Yeah.
And it now just kind of sits there on my desk, being a cool little thing. But I'd be very, very tempted to pick this up, particularly at that price for 115 quid. I changed the body out because it's a generic narrow shoulder that they've just painted.
Yeah, and obviously the elbows look pretty bad on it.
That's what she said, Danny. That's what she said. So but the amount of accessories you get with it, the toolbox and all of that.
Sex toys it comes with.
Yeah, it's in the box. It's just a
power tools.
The black, the black mamba comes out. Yeah, so you get a fair bit with this. So even if you discounted the body and you said, okay, it's a kit, 115, not bad at all. Not bad at all.
No, although I'd be very worried if he came to fix my, boiler, whatever he's doing, whatever he's pretending to be.
You'd shit a brick straight away. You'd be like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking done. I'm out. I'm out. But yeah, so some of the joke stuff I'm very tempted by because it does look very, very cool. And with a little bit of work, it could really look really good.
Yeah.
But she didn't say it to Danny.
Aww.
Poor Danny. Poor little shriveled up Danny. So next up we have the Fire Toys John Wick for £111. Looks pretty good, to be fair. although I'm pretty sure Fire Toys have just used the Hot Toys photos.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'd be interested to see what it's like in hand, because I know they did the Princess Leias and they weren't too bad.
No, they weren't.
To be fair on them, so yeah, be interesting to see what they're like when they when some in hand photos pop up.
Yeah, if you're a fan of black on black on black on black.
Thing is, at this point, there's no point in doing a knockoff of it, because there's so many third party heads, so many different black suits out there that. But at this point, like, if you haven't got the Hot Toys one, you're more than capable of just kit bashing one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so
you're spoilt for choice.
Exactly. So that was Fire Toys, and then we got Pop Toys, the Devoted Samurai at £108. I saw the film a couple of times and wasn't that into it.
No,
I like the way people are starting to do different forearms, so you don't get that joint.
Yeah, that's cool. So this is Nathan Ingram, I think his name is, from Last Samurai. And as you say, I don't really see the point of this one. The armour ones are great, and I owned. I can't remember who it was, but the first one that came out, and it was pretty good. The hair was okay. It could, once you sort of done a bit of styling with it, it was okay. Good figure. And since then, there seems to have been 3, 4, 5 other ones in armour. I don't know why you. Of them. Yeah, I just don't know why you go for this one in his pajamas. You know what I mean? It's not a particularly visually stunning representation. I get the armour ones. And the forearms. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know whether that's all you get, because there's no other pictures of them, is there? So you've got no choices there. It'd be good if you had like a couple of swap out, swap in at the elbow kind of thing, which we've seen that there's going to be some sets coming out we talked about in the last show. But yeah, I think for specific poses, then there's definitely a market for those, and they look so much better, because you're not trying to cover them up with something. Or
at least they've been quite sensible about these and just giving you them as straight arms, instead of giving you them at weird angles, so you're forced to wear however he's standing. His wrist is always like that.
Yes. But again, it looks okay.
Yeah, I've got no complaints really. No. It looks okay. If you're into those films, fantastic. It's yet another figure. Yeah. So that was in about 5 minutes everything that was released.
Yes.
I think we burnt through that pretty quick. So let's move into. No, we've had worse weeks. We've had 2 things, and that's about it. So let's move on to
coming soon.
So
we should probably change this to coming in 2022 or something, because
soon is a bit of an ambiguous term, but sometime in the future.
Yeah. So it's finally happened. They've finally been dropped on Sideshow, and that's the animated ObiWan and Anakin, 189 quid each, out January to March 2022. And as you can see there, the special edition Obi-Wan Kenobi comes with a small Jeremy Beadle hand.
Yeah, fantastic.
I'm not in every other photo. The hands look in proportion. This photo, that little Beadle-esque hand is
it's very odd. But you've ordered these, yeah? You've
straight away. Soon as I saw them come up, I was like, yep. Like I said before, if I have to cancel pre-orders to be able to get these, not a problem.
Nice.
Because these, and the thing is, if we get behind them, it encourages them to make more. You've got more chance then of Ahsoka coming out and stuff like that. So, and definitely. when I think of the Clone Wars, this is what I think of. I don't think of Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. I think of the 2 animated characters.
Yeah.
Because that's what's on the screen. So it makes more sense to me to have Clone Wars versions of these than it is to have with anything else.
No, they look good.
So to be fair, if I got them, I don't think I'd display them with the robes, because I don't think that really does anything. You might as well have a normal non-animated character there. But agree. the fact they're new, brand spanking new bodies and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
really
I'm
good.
always a bit. I think that the figures can look good with the robes, but I'm always more for not having them because they hide too much of the rest of the outfit and the and there's you can only really have them in quite a sort of stoic, upright pose with those on, and so I do tend to kind of ditch the robes normally. But yeah, they look pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm hoping they carry on with the line and seeing what else they do. Because, I think there's a real niche here. And it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of people just dropped their pre-orders for their Hot Toys ones and just went for these.
Yeah.
Because if I had the other ones, I'd be jumping all over these.
Well, they've not even put ObiWan up for sale yet still, so they may not do. So at least with this, you're going to get the pair of them.
Get the pair.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you do a bunch of characters. Yeah, there's so much they could do. So much they could do with that line. And I think people would lap it up. I really do. They just got to make sure they don't fuck the bodies up or do anything stupid. Just for one Sideshow, please don't do anything fucking stupid. Just release them well.
So have they released any details about what they're improving with these bodies and or anything, or just they just said new bodies?
So they're gonna. So I don't think they've mentioned that they're new bodies, but they have to be because of the proportions are different.
Yeah,
like
I guess
the Clone
so,
Wars, they have quite spindly legs and arms.
Yes, yeah.
More so than the clone troopers they used to do. So they've got no choice. They have to be. Santa, they don't have to be new bodies. The torsos and the the calves and
have to be. And as you say, if they go into that effort, then it paves. If they sell well, then it's going to encourage them to bring out more figures, isn't it?
Like I've got, so this is a Mandalorian body, right? So all you would have to do to get the animated look for that is from the knee down, make that a lot thinner, and the forearms make that a lot thinner.
Yeah.
The rest of the body could be the same. So really, actually, they don't have to. They don't have to do much.
No.
Mario brought up the single elbows, and that's troublesome. To be honest, with all my Star Wars Jedis up there, they've all got double jointed elbows, fine. But there's not that many times when I really have them giving it all that. Yeah. Normally, when I've got Jedis, I've got their sabers out pointing down and stuff. So for me, on this, it's not such a problem. The only one I thought it was pretty much a problem was the Mythos ObiWan, because one of the iconic poses was him with his backpack like that. We kind of like having a Bane that you couldn't do that with. Yeah. So I'm not so worried about that. And plus, if I take them apart and have a tinker, I could probably get double jointed elbows in there if I wanted to. Yeah. Or what you can do is if you've got single jointed elbows, if there's enough meat on the is this the bicep? On the bicep is you make a notch there. And then what that enables that joint to do is pull itself up further because it's not stopped by itself. So there's ways to get more articulation out of stuff if you're willing to have a tinker. Not that you should have to if you're spending that kind of money. No. But hey, Mark, how are you doing?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. We double clicked.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. We both clicked. Does that make us gay?
You missed your shout out at the beginning of the show, Mark, for the fantastic Mithril shirt. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Very, very kind.
So that's enough of animated. Let's look at the Star Wars Ken doll. That is the Hot Toys Mando Luke. Right, so are we all sitting comfortably? Because there's a lot of fucking versions of this.
Yep.
So we have the exclusive and collector's edition at $212 and the deluxe exclusive at $245 out October 2022. What the fuck? Why do we need 20 different versions of this? And why on earth? I mean, it helps because it's a figure I don't give a shit about because I've got the Return of the Jedi Luke that I've worked on, and I like that, and that will do. The only thing I could probably nick out of this is the black cloak and the black tunic if I really wanted to, but I'm not that worried. I like the accessory I do like on this isn't the 4000th Baby Yoda we've had. It's the Dark Trooper all crunched up when he's giving it all that. So when he's fisting that Dark Trooper and it just crumbles, that's the accessory that I quite like.
Yeah,
But yeah, for 245, and that's going to be plus shipping and tax and stuff. So you're going to be punching near on 300 quid.
I think you'll sell well because a lot of people wanted this, and obviously the price of the Return of the Jedi one went through the roof.
Yeah,
when that episode aired, and there was a lot of custom capes, black capes being made and stuff like that. So I can see. I think it will sell well. Again, I'm not going to pick one up because I've got the Return of the Jedi one. The sculpt of this is okay. I mean, obviously, it's meant to look like the CGI Luke. I don't like the hair, but then his hair's always pretty ropey.
Yeah, he never had great hair, did he?
No.
Alvin, yeah. I mean, as a first Luke, it's not bad.
No.
You could do worse.
No.
I mean, I quite like the Sideshow one, if I'm honest.
Yeah, apart from the sculpt.
Yeah, but I'd never keep the sculpt anyway, if I'm honest. No. I'd keep hold of my Inigo, but I think everything else about the Sideshow one's really good.
Yes, yeah. I think, it looks okay. I think the difference with the Grogu is he's got swappable arms, hasn't he? So you can do a couple of different things with him. And I think they're kidding people a bit with how bright that lightsaber is. That's definitely CCFL level brightness there.
Yeah, it's never going to be that bright.
It's not going to look like that. But again, nothing wrong with it. It's a solid figure, and I think it's going to be a good one. If you don't have this representation of Luke, go for it. And yeah, it's just odd. Again, it's DX. I mean, what does DX mean anymore? It's
meaningless. The DX line is dead and meaningless.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at the DX07 Luke, you got two figures, the weather vane, shit tons of accessories, fantastic. And then you look at this, and there's about 20 different versions.
Yeah.
You could argue that the super duper deluxe version that's a DX.
Because you get the Dark Trooper, you could just about argue that one could be a DX, but not the
I mean, it's close. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's not a DX. That's a standard release. It's like Ahsoka. Like, it's a standard release. Don't fucking tell me that it's a DX, because it's not. I remember DXs. I remember back in the day when DXs were something good. Back in my day, we got Terminators and shit like that with loads of stuff. Oh, thank you very much, Alvin. Will the packaging be better as a DX? Probably not. It used to be.
It might have a bit of foam in it. I've not seen any of the recent ones, to be honest, to know whether or not.
the last DX I had was the Darth Maul, the Phantom Menace Darth Maul, and to be fair, the box was nice. It came with foam instead of clammy, shitty plastic. So the box, to be fair, is very, very nice. It looks fantastic up in my loft, buried under 400 other boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
So you do get better presentation with them. I'll give them that.
My last one was the DX15, the Jack Sparrow. And again, you get the foam, you get the double layer, bigger box, nice. But is it? As you say,
there's been a definite downturn, because even that Darth Maul. So if it's kind of unfair because I always use the DX07 as a benchmark, and that was a fantastic set. But for me, you had two versions of that, a DX16 and 17. 17 came with the blood fin. But it would have been nice if the DX16, instead of the blood fin, came with another body. Because I picked up another body relatively cheap, so I can display both heads. Like, to me, a DX, that should have been what you got.
That would make it a DX. Yeah. You had the one without the bike, without the blood fin. Did that still come in an oversized box, or was it like a normal sort of shoe box?
It was still a bigger box.
Okay.
There you go. Right, that's perfect. That's exactly what. Ryan. If they included R2, it would be more of a DX. Yeah. I mean, but then when we look at the price of this, including the thing is, I think they've got to be really careful at the moment, because the way the prices are going up, we're wandering into kind of statue territory. And even though if they gave you an R2, that would jack the price up quite considerably. And when you look at some of the limited stack shoes you get, you kind of go, for not a lot more, I can get something a lot bigger. Or you start to wander into quarter scale prices, and you kind of think,
yeah, well, I mean, that last R2 was about 250 quid. Now, he had all the accessories and stuff. But
there was a post today where someone was like, would it be worth getting an R2 for 200 quid that the light and sound doesn't work? And I was like, I wouldn't pay £200 for one that was working. I really wouldn't.
Yeah, no. I think I paid 120 quid for one with that didn't have any light and sound.
Yeah, I refused point blank when I wanted an R2 to get the Hot Toys one because they were too expensive. I was like, Sideshow will do. It's absolutely fine. And then even then I struggled to find one for less than 150 because I remember back when you couldn't shift them for like 80 quid, in perfect condition. No. So I was like, yeah, this is fucking
so
mental.
I think it would have been nice, but the price would have been 450 quid, something like that. So it would have put people off, I think, if obviously if they didn't want R2. But that would have made a proper DX set, definitely. Would have justified the name, but.
Yes, yeah. I may have been tempted if you have an R2. So yeah, that was the 25 different versions of Luke, including the Ken doll Luke.
Yep.
And then so we had this, which I like this, and I'm not quite sure why. It's the Hot Toys What If, the SpiderMan Zombie Hunter for 200 quid off Sideshow, July to September 2022. I really like the basic suit. I like the suit with the silver web shooters.
I think that's what is cool about it. It's actually without the cape or anything. It's just a really nice looking suit. It's very, very striking, very bright red. And the web shooters look really cool actually. Yeah, in the silver,
it's really, really defined straight lines on it, and that's what I quite like about it.
Yeah.
So I made the decision because I had a Homecoming. Was it Homecoming? Whatever. One of the homemade suits.
Suit one,
and I loved it. It was brilliant, and I just had it on my desk. It was something to play around with. But I sold it because I was like, no, if I get into the Spider-Man line, that will be my entryway back into Marvel, and before you know it, I'll be getting stuff I don't even want. But this is very tempting. Very, very tempting.
Definitely. Yeah.
Particularly for that price. It's not breaking the bank. Don't get me wrong. It's when I first came into this hobby, I spending that amount of money on a figure would have fucking blown my tiny mind. But it's tempting.
It's where
very,
we are.
very tempting.
Yeah, it does look cool.
But at the moment, for all we know, he's in it for 5 minutes. Like, we don't know.
Yeah, this obviously we're going to come on to What If, but that launched yesterday, didn't it? And I assume we're going to get like an episode a week by the looks of it. This is obviously a future one to come, so we'll the verdict's out on it, but it does look like a cool figure, and obviously the cape has it looks like Doctor Strange, and there's obviously some connection there. Yeah, it looks plastic.
I think having what materials are head made of, it looks different. Yeah, I think that's probably a solid plastic head.
Yeah. But it works. It seems to work as long as it blends in well with the suit. I think.
I wonder how many episodes in a row there's been a Spider-Man figure. It's pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone.
The believes it's sculpted. I think it is, but I think that actually works.
Yeah, I think it's the way to go.
Yeah.
Particularly because the suit's that rubbery, plasticky kind of material. I think it works. Yeah. It's not like you're going sculpted then cloth.
No, and then you've not got all the bloody seam issues and all that sort of thing. So.
No. So I quite like that.
It looks really good because it looks really kind of clean and crisp. I think we're not used to that so much because the heads there's normally a little bit of.
They've normally got to make some compromises because of the unmasked sculpt, but we don't have that.
Yeah, with the neck and things like that. Yeah. So, I might look at this one.
Yeah, so that was the What If Spider-Man, and now we got the What If zombie cap that was teased. I really like this. really, really like this.
You could make your own, mate.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you could do, and we spoke about it ages ago because I think Newman Workshop has done a set of zombie Marvel Because what I like is actually tying back into Evil Dead is there's a run of comics which is the Marvel Zombies versus Evil Dead, and it's effectively Ash just decimating the zombie Marvel universe.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, Cap, Wolverine, all that all zombified in it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm hoping it'd be good if this was the next episode, because I really want to see what they do with it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It does look really good. They'll probably save it right to the last one, probably.
Yeah, probably. And to be fair, like I said, this is a tease, so they may never release it, but I like it. I think it's good.
Yeah,
I'd like.
I mean, if they are going to make the Spider-Man. It makes sense. He's zombie hunter Spider-Man. It makes sense to at least have one zombified Marvel character, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I wouldn't be. I'd be surprised if they didn't release it, but yeah, he looks cool.
Yeah, and then these look very, very cool. So this is the Hot Toys What If, Hydra Stomper and Peggy Carter. After watching the episode, I really like these. I think these are good. If you get it, do you have to get Zombie Deadpool? That is a good point. I don't think you'd have to. Well, to be fair, because they've done Zombie Deadpool, which hasn't come out yet, I don't think. They did. So they've got this cap, and you could, if you wanted to, use the Far From Home zombie Iron Man that they did. So you could end up having 3 zombified Marvel characters. All on one shelf, which would look kind of cool. It would cost you a fucking fortune, but it would be cool. Yeah. So yeah, that's not a bad shout actually. Yeah. I keep forgetting about that Zombie Deadpool, and that looks kind of cool as well.
It says there that reviewers said this was the 3rd episode and it was intense. So.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, looking forward to that.
So Captain Carter, and basically what is. Iron Man Mark 1, I suppose, in a way. Obviously, because it's tied in without too much spoilers, it's Howard Stark kind of thing. It's the what if Steve Rogers didn't become Captain America, Peggy Carter did. She becomes Captain Carter, and obviously she's British, so she gets a cool British shield and outfit and everything. Yeah, I loved the show. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, I did too.
We enjoyed it as well, and we both really liked the animation style was really good as well. And we, like we were saying with the mate Dave, that it would be great if they did some indie stuff, because somebody made an animated short, didn't they, a while back, and it was really good.
Yeah, it was a similar style, wasn't it?
Yeah, and obviously, if they're saying that the latest film is the end because they're not going to have anyone else play Harrison Ford, then really the only future for it is possibly an animated series, which should be brilliant. But this was really good.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic, and in fact, I was just about to say that, Danny. The action fight animated scenes were great. Yeah, I thought they were brilliant. They were brutal. They were fucking brutal.
Yeah, they were.
She's lobbing that shield about. I thought it was fantastic, and it made, because when I first saw these, I was like, yeah, I could take him or leave him. Now I've seen the first episode.
Yeah.
It makes these even more tempting, and I really like the animated style. I like animated figures. So
yeah.
I mean, I know people have said that they want to get the Carter and they want to put a proper head sculpt on it, but I don't see the point. This is what was on the screen. This is what I want. That's
and that's fine, because there was some third party Peggy Carter figures, weren't there? So
there's been stacks of them.
Yeah.
When Agent Carter was out, there were stacks of them. So they'd be about.
I think
it.
she'll definitely get made. I'm not sure about the Hydra Stomper, because obviously it's pretty big, and you're effectively getting 2 figures, because you'd have to have Steve Rogers.
Someone was saying before we came on that they put it up for pre-order, but I couldn't find it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
that's interesting then. Yeah.
So I'm obviously I can't confirm that because I haven't had a chance to have a proper look. But yeah, apparently it's gone up.
Okay.
So if it has, fantastic. Good on them. because that could be because it's like Ironmonger size. It's fucking massive.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, and it's got a real like the mask on it is very Mark 1 Iron Man looking.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah, check it out if you've not seen it yet.
Yeah.
So we've kind of we had it in the film and TV. We thought we'll talk about a little bit about the show when we had this figure up. So yeah, we both really enjoyed it and looking forward to the.
What would you rate the first episode? So I'd say it sits there at an 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, 8, 9 out of 10, definitely.
Hello, Mugwump. How are you? So next up, while we're on the Let's Kick Nazis' Arses, we have the Black Box Rocketeer at £158. Out Q4 2021. I've only seen the Rocketeer once.
Yeah,
when Zach was on about it
for a while. Yeah,
it's on Disney Plus, so I found it and watched it, and
I need to watch it again. Yeah,
it reminded me of the Phantom with Billy Zane.
Yeah,
so it was in that kind of realm. But yeah, I liked it, and I know this is a figure that lots of people have been after. People hunt down that Medicom.
Yeah, and I mean I've seen people that have made custom full metal versions, and they sell for like hundreds, if not thousands of pounds. Ridiculous money.
Yeah, absolute madness. So yeah, I like. I mean, the scope's a bit ropey, but we know people who can sort that. It's not a problem.
Yeah, but then I mean, if I bought it, I'd have it with the helmet on. That would be how I displayed it. I'm not sold on the well, some people said it looked like a penis, but I'm not. To be honest, down here it looks like two penises next to each other. It's an odd one, isn't it? It's a massive, great lump of plastic, and I think, as Zach said, really it needs to be a bit bigger because otherwise it looks like it's about to set fire to the back of him. So I don't know. I think I'd probably go for the standard one, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the price difference on them.
158, I think, is the super duper one with the magma. And I'm not sure how much the other one is.
Liquid magma.
That is literally all. Every time I saw it, I just kept thinking magma.
Magma.
Yeah. Liquid hot magma.
Come on, where is he? Bring him in.
Yeah. That's because that's all I could think of. Here we go.
How about new?
So there he is. Yeah. He loves a bit of magma.
He does. Sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their frickin' heads. All that.
So yeah, I think I'd probably go for the standard one because I'm not a fan of that base. But I think it looks okay. And there's a lot of people saying the leather jacket's all wrong. It doesn't. It's the wrong colour and everything. But you could work on that. You could do something with that.
I mean, from the one time I watched the film, I think it looks pretty good.
To be honest, I'd look at it and go, yeah, it looks like I remember him. Maybe if I watched it now, I'd go, okay, yeah, it's 90% there, but it looks okay to me. It looks like a decent figure, and as you say, it's going to be a lot cheaper than finding the Medicom one, doing a body swap. It's a lot of effort. So I think
fucking around with giant buttons and all that. It's just
£158.
Yeah, and the way to look at shit like this is if you're a die-hard fan, it's a good base to start off from.
Yeah, definitely.
So
and just upgrade the bits you don't like. Get a custom leather jacket made. It's going to cost you £300, but if you can do that, and the rest of it looks good to me. So
it will cost you more than my entire wardrobe's worth.
Yeah, pretty much. So, people do it with indie all the time. So it's.
Mugwump, the Rocketeer is still all kind of charming, not sold on the authenticity of the figure, but it should display well. It should do. I mean, you'll walk in, you'll know exactly who it is. It's not like you go, who the fuck is that?
No, it's good enough. Yeah. Definitely good enough.
Yeah. So we've gone from that to the VS Mr. J, £184 at Q1 2022. I don't know who keeps asking for the various different versions of the Joker and Jerome from Gotham. But here we are with another one that looks like a mangled version of Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you hang on, Alvin, at Ryan and Mark Person, how did you guys get the icon next to your name? They had to do unspeakable things to Zach.
Yeah.
A lot of butt stuff. Yeah. One of them had to dress up as Gandalf and be futzed.
Brilliant.
But honestly, I have no idea how people get stuff next to their name. But yeah, Mr. J, it's shit. I don't like it. I mean, saying
random,
that as
like random samurai sword and
Has a figure, it does what it's meant to do. It looks okay. Sculpting's okay. Tailoring looks quite nice. It's always a worry when you get hands and accessory panels and a shoe, random shoe.
Yeah, just one. I'll just show you the detail.
Mr. Sketch, Cal Kestis kit bash with this head sculpt. Only if you want it to haunt your very soul. If it was a serious expression, you could probably get away with it, but I don't think you'll get away with it.
Who's Cal Kestis?
From the Jedi Fallen Order game.
Oh, I don't.
So it's the same actor. The same actor did all the voice and the face work and stuff for that.
Enough,
so
it's,
if you get a chance, play it. It's really good.
Yeah.
There you go, Evan. You've got to sign up as a channel member and do stuff to Zach's anus.
Yeah.
Go. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's an odd one. I mean, if you want some guy in his pajamas and bathrobe, his smoking jacket, fine. But it's a bit weird, a bit random.
Yeah, I don't get it.
No.
I do not get it in the slightest. So from one Joker to another, we have the LY Toys, the Laughing Bat. For 133 quid at Q1 to Q2 2022. I've seen two separate sculptors both say that this is their sculpt, so I'm not sure. It could be the fact that one of them has that grinning one and the other one has the one with the teeth. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But on the whole, I think it's a pretty good.
Yeah. So I haven't read this comic. I keep meaning to. So it's the Joker as Batman, is it?
Yeah. So it's the one that laughs. So there was a load of different versions of Batman, and this was one of them. This is the one that has the different Robins chained up.
Yes. Yeah.
I haven't read the comic, so I don't know the exact in and outs of the story. The story arc.
Yeah.
So Alvin, I think if you go into the channel, it gives you the option, because when I went into the channel the other day, it gave me the option. But I didn't feel like signing up for myself. Yeah. So I have a look on that, and that might come up with the option. So yeah, I mean, this is alright. Yes. So sorry, Alvin. Sorry, technical support. So Alvin, yeah, if you're on your phone, it won't do. I think you've got to do it on your laptop.
Yeah.
So yeah, the laugh, it looks okay.
Yeah, it looks okay. I just worry there's a lot of pleather there, and
yes,
I don't normally worry about it, but I was when I was redressing Frodo with putting the Mithril shirt on, the belt on him for the sword, it's just kind of peeled away, and I'm like,
yeah. So my Sideshow S-Smart Ash has done that. His webbing thing has it's not disintegrated. I just think wherever they've used to glue the pleather down to the material has just come away. So it's now two separate bits. But I wouldn't worry about this, if I'm honest, because I think that's a separate thing. Because you can't have a bondage Batman without a bit of PVC.
No, exactly. But yeah, it's just a kind of reminder to me that it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. It's almost like you can pose the thing to start with, but just don't touch it again. So I might end up having to make a replacement leather belt, but we'll have to see.
But yeah, I don't mind this.
No,
I don't mind this at all.
No.
The next one though, I am very tempted by it, and I know I say that a lot, but I'm very, very tempted. So this is the Hot Toys King Shark. It's 163 quid on Sideshow out July to September 2022. I believe the low price point is because it's a power pose with 7 points of articulation, which they quote as including arms, wrists and waist. I don't see where else you're going to get articulation out of this, if I'm honest.
No, exactly.
Without having horrendous seams everywhere.
Yeah.
But particularly after seeing the film, I'm very much like, nom nom. Nom the fuck nom.
See, I haven't seen the film yet. I'm probably going to watch it tomorrow. But I think he looks cool. And not even knowing the character, I think he's just that different that it's kind of almost like, it's going to pick him up for a laugh, you know. He does look really cool.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
I don't think the power pose is an issue on this one.
If Jaws was out of shape.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like this. After watching the film, I would like some more Suicide Squad figures, and this is something that even if you don't really like the film, it's a decent enough character. It will fit into most DC collections.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I very much like this. Thanks, Irvin. This is weird but cool. From the
how did he come to be?
They don't really tell you, to be honest.
Okay.
Which is which is one thing I really liked about the film, was they don't waste time
just chuck them in and go, this is who you've got.
This is who it is. They briefly go through, this is so and so, he's a fucking giant shark. Move on.
And they were like,
away we go. Yeah. So I really liked it, and I think this is a pretty good figure. Yeah. Which I would be very, 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 very tempted to get. Particularly for that price.
Yeah.
Looks great. They did a good job with the power pose. Best way to go. Yeah, I agree. They say he's a god, basically. Did they? I might have to go back and watch it again, to be fair. Mark, yes, I want a weasel too. I want a weasel. There's so many of the characters I want. Even the character designs in it are very, very good. So I'm very, very tempted to get it.
Yeah. So we said we'd probably talk about the film on the next show, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. I've not heard anything massively bad about it, and you said you really enjoyed it, so looking forward to it. Yeah, and I really, really liked it. I think it was well worth it. So look, while we're here, now we've hit kind of the mid-roll of the show because we've kind of breezed through everything. So let's thank Mr. Watto yet again.
Only Fools and Collecting is brought to you by Watto's Scrapyard. They 3D print parts for your hard-to-come-by Kenner vehicles. They 3D print 1/12 and 1/6 scale head sculpts from a massive back catalogue. If there is a particular character you want, he can design and 3D print it for you for a reasonable price. Check him out on Facebook and Instagram.
Very cool. I'm just going to drop his link in the chat. So if anybody wants to go and have a look at the Watto back catalogue, it's now got hundreds of sculpts in. Or if you want to message him about I'll have to answer that in a minute. If you want to message him about getting a custom sculpt done, follow the links in the chat there, and he'll be really pleased to sort you out. Right, so M4, this is the guy that did the really excellent Hobbit recut, which
cool.
So he's basically cut down the 3 movies to just over 4 hours. So it's kind of basically just keeping everything that's in the book. So
so it's all just from Bilbo's point of view.
Correct, that's right. Because in the book, everything happens with Bilbo. So everything that you know about the dwarves and everything is told to Bilbo by the dwarves or Gandalf or what have you. So I've watched the first half and it's brilliant. So much better. I think the guys in the US were going to do a stream, but obviously I don't know what time that is, because obviously it's probably not going to fit in with UK time. So I would hit Zach up, M4. He'll know the details for that. But yeah, definitely check it out. I mean, if you want to drop the link in the chat, M4, please go ahead. It's free to download. But yeah, it's definitely. I mean, I was not a fan of I just think the Hobbits just became so bloated. The Lord of the Rings. We're talking about the extendeds, and even so, you could have another 4 hours in there, and it still wouldn't feel too much because there's so much story and material in there. Whereas the Hobbit, tiny little book, 3 massive, great bloated movies. So, I probably wouldn't sit and watch them again, but I'd definitely watch this many times. So,
I watched the Hobbit before I watched Lord of the Rings again.
Yeah.
And I really liked the Hobbit. I thought the films were great, so I'd be really interested in watching an exact copy of the book, kind of thing. Yeah, so I'd definitely.
So you lose a lot of the Azog stuff and all of the sort of really over the top CGI. Like where they're in the Goblin Cave and they basically just kind of like they just fall down all these different ravines and stuff for about 10 minutes. That's just done. They just get out and you see the Bilbo bit. It's really cleverly done, really good. It's definitely worth. Well,
if anyone's got a link, I'll definitely grab it. I'll definitely download it and watch it.
Yeah, well, I can send you the link, mate. But if M4 wants to drop it in the chat, he's more than welcome. Yeah, and as Mark says here, we're going to have M4 on the next on episode 2 of the Ringcast. We're going to have a chat with him, talk about the movie and bits and pieces. So we're all really looking forward to that. So we're hopefully recording that in a couple of weeks' time, I think. So it's going to be really good. So
because once I've finished a couple of books I'm reading, I want to go back. I want to actually buy the books and go through and read them.
Yeah, definitely. I'm rereading. I've read Fellowship because we're going to talk about the other thing we're going to talk about in the second episode is how the book differs from the movie and what they've had to cut and what they've changed and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely worth a read.
Hey Stephen, welcome.
Yeah, nice to have you, mate.
Yeah. It's strange for us because we're on it. It's the evening over here for a lot of the American guys. It's like 2:30 in the afternoon. So I'm always like, why aren't you people at work?
Yeah. They're sneakily listening at work. Yeah, some of them. But yeah, no, it's great to have you. Definitely. Everybody is welcome. So. Yes.
Yeah. So what we thought we'd do is we'd shake things up a bit to give everyone a chance to fuck off if they want to, if they don't want to listen to us prattle on about movies they haven't seen yet. So we thought we'd shake things up and go straight into
Custom Corner.
Seamless, that was.
Yep.
Seamless. Yep. Don't judge me. Why? What haven't you done, Eddie? What haven't you seen?
He hasn't seen something.
I'm waiting for it to drop. For him to
read
tell
the
me.
Lord of the Rings. He's seen the Lord of the Rings movies.
Oh well, I can't have a go at you for that because I've not read the books.
Come on, tell us, Eddie. What is it?
Danny, I'm listening and tabbing back and forth. Your sweet faces while working. Why? Thank you.
What an angel.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, I'm disappointed in Eddie now because he's pre-warned us with the "Don't judge me," and we bigged him up last show. So
yeah, he's going to say he hasn't seen the Terminator, but then how would you know who this was if he's not seen it?
Oh, honest to God, if it's like I've never seen Back to the Future, you can fuck off right now.
Yeah,
not happening.
Definitely.
So yeah, custom corner for those who have never been here before. This is all the custom-y type of crap. Oh, here we go. Because I'm watching in the middle of the day and not working. Oh, well, why the fuck didn't you come on? You should have come on.
It's because he says that he doesn't like. He won't rewatch an episode that he's been on, and as he's on every other fucking show, if he comes on here, he's got nothing to watch. So
fair enough. That makes sense.
Oh, blimey! What's going on?
Oh, It's just the chat is just on fire with all stuff dropping. Like, I'm very sorry, guys. I'm going to piss you off now. Like, yeah, exactly.
To, take us off the network or something.
Either that, or suddenly a dick pic comes along.
I'm intrigued though, definitely.
Yeah, I am as well. So anyway, custom corner. So I've been a bit busy. So my missus has been very, very kind to me, and she's let me crack on with commissions at the weekend. Nice. So I managed to get Oh my God! Right, Steve.
Whoa!
So there's a couple of ground rules. First of all, you can't do shit like that. You have to watch it. I will give you homework, and that is before you come on in a fortnight's time and watch this, you need to have, for our 50th episode, you need to have watched Back to the Future. I think it's something you need to do.
Definitely.
Because we've known each other for all but 2 seconds, Steve, and that means you have to watch it.
At first he really liked you, and now he's like, I'm not sure. I mean, we both love it, and I may have on my I've been away, and I was driving back from Cornwall today. A couple of times I might have gone a little bit over the limit, and every time 88 miles per hour came up on the thing, I had to go, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, and then my missus is looking at me going, really? Yeah. should you be going that fast?
It's when she looks at you, just looks at you, go, you're going to see some cool shit.
Yeah, that would have been awesome, but no. But I entertain myself.
I've only seen the Johnny Be Good scene, so there is like a whole other hour and a half's worth of really cool stuff as well. Yeah. So well worth watching,
definitely
mate. Well worth
it. And if you can get it in 4K, looks beautiful.
Yeah. So custom corner. Enough of berating people in the chat. So custom corner. So I've been very, very fortunate to work on some very cool stuff lately. Mm-hmm. So a guy called Joe Turner over here in the UK who makes stands and stuff like that, he sent us his unpainted Rocco Carl Reese sculpt to do, and the Unreal Viper Customs clothing set to weather up and stick on the body and drill the shoes out and paint them and do all that kind of stuff. So I managed to sit there on Sunday and just throw myself into it and crash it out, which was fantastic because I haven't worked on a Rocco sculpt in ages, and I do really like them. So
yeah, they are good.
So Carl Reese got done.
His Henry Jones, it's lovely, really good stuff.
I did his, and I don't know why I ever sold it. I was a fucking idiot. I did his Bruce Campbell. I did a Bruce Campbell as an Evil Dead one, and I think I shared it to a fan page or something. And Bruce Campbell's account shared it, and I was like, amazing, I can die happy.
I remember.
Rocco stuff's fantastic, and to be fair, Unreal Viper did really well on the clothes. The only thing I think they kind of messed up a little bit on was the trousers, because they're meant to be like jogging bottoms, and they're like combat trousers on this. But once they're all caked up with paint and shit, then fine. Not a problem. So I got to work on that, which was good, and it made me think about how much I want some Terminator figures. So I went on eBay and had a look about, and because I've always wanted, I gave up, because I've always wanted a Terminator 2 Arnie, especially the battle damage one. And when I saw someone was selling a loose one for £600, I was like, fuck that. Not having that. No. So I then said no to Terminator stuff. I won't be getting any. No, it's just too much. And then this is a bit of a public service announcement, really. So, reason why I'm not going to buy any more Clone Troopers is because I've printed a full set of 1/6 scale Clone Trooper armour that I'm going to print some more of and potentially army build me up some clones, which you can see it all there. So I got the files for this off a guy called Ricky Ma, M.A. I think I'm pronouncing it properly. As we all know, I butcher names. So he's part of the 1/6 scale Star Wars Marvel 3D printers and customs page. Bit of a mouthful. And there's a post on there where he explains what you can and can't do with the files. And if you drop him a message for $65 US, he will sell you the files. And they're already scaled, thickened, ready to go. So I'm lucky because I've got quite a big printer. So this only took me, I think, 8 hours all in all to print, because I had to do it as 3 or 4, I think 3 separate 2-hour prints. So I think about 6 hours in the end. So can you print me a Gandalf hat? Do you know, I was looking and I can't find any. What you could probably do though is see if you. So Sean's got a scanner. If you could find someone willing to send him their Sideshow hat, because the Sideshow one's not going to be too bad. They could probably scan it and print off a copy. Here we go. If you tell me you have a 3D printer, I'm going to orgasm because goddamn, it's my favourite machine ever. Yes, I've got a Mono X, so I've been printing like mad on that and loving it, because for customs and stuff, it's absolutely changed the game for me. It's so much easier now to make what I want. I
don't have a spare. It's not spare. I have another Gandalf. So I've got a Sideshow Gandalf, which was my Gandalf until I picked up the Asmus V1 Gandalf, and then we did the custom head, like you painted it and stuff. So he's still my display. He's my Hobbit Gandalf with talking to Bilbo, and he has the hat. I'm meant to be measuring it, and oh look, we have a visitor.
Here he is. Hey,
what
my
up?
man. How you going?
How you guys doing? Good. I just decided to drop on by unannounced. I've
Cool,
never been
cool.
on your show, so
You know you are always welcome, mate. You are always
thank you.
welcome.
Please carry on, please.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think Zach was begging for a wizard hat. I think it's a weird sex thing, if I'm honest.
I have a wizard hat, but it's I can't show you that right now.
That's a sleeve, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wizard sleeve. It just
Yeah. Wizard
right
sleeve.
in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we got. So, Michael, you know my favourite person.
Wow.
Delivery Jess. So yeah, having a printer is doing custom stuff just changes everything. It's so much easier to just do stuff. Like a good example is I wanted a new Batman Begins sculpt. I looked online. Everyone doing custom ones wanted to charge an absolute fortune and wanted like my blood type and every type of national insurance number I could possibly give, and like everything possible to steal my identity. So I was like, no, yeah, okay. So I went to someone else who sculpted me one, sent me the files, and I printed it myself. Like, it just makes life so much easier. But yeah, so hopefully I just sprayed up all the armour ready to start painting over the weekend. So next time I'm on, I should be able to show you a painted up full set of clone armour that I will be able to start to put together, because I've got a set of hunter armour as well that I'm going to paint up and do a hunter. So yeah, all fun and games.
Sounds like Eddie will be knocking on your door.
He probably will be.
He's got very excited when somebody says something about a plain clone trooper armour. So,
which wouldn't be too hard to do at all. It's literally a bit of black and a bit of white spray paint, and you're sorted.
yeah.
So yeah, and then Inigo, one of our favourite sculptors, has shown this little sneak peek. I don't know why I keep twiddling my mouse around stuff. Not that any fucker can see it.
It's because I make you nervous. That's why.
That's the nipple. That's the twiddling of the nipple.
You can't even see if I do it, and I'm broadcasting the slideshow. So
yeah. Oh, cheers, Alvin. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining, mate.
See you next time.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's announced he's going to do a Marty, which I am very, again, super tempted by, because you can never have enough Marty. So yeah, definitely worth having a look and checking him out. He has done. I'm still waiting on my ObiWan for the pre-orders to close. So yeah, it'd be good. Me sounds like I've heard Benji, if you print for me. I've no idea what's going on. It's just chaos now. It's just absolute chaos.
Benjamin Franklin, whatever that. How much is that, Manny?
Just $100.
Okay.
I don't know what that converts to. So
80 quid?
Yeah,
70, 80 quid, something like
I'm
that.
just gonna agree, and I'm just gonna shake my head.
Yeah, Gary. Yeah,
sounds perfect.
Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah, cool. So we shook things up ever so slightly. So we thought so that anyone who hasn't seen the film had a chance to run for the hills.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to see this, Manny?
No, but go ahead. I have no plans. I had no.
We won't.
No,
It'll be spoiler
no
free
for it.
anyway.
Yeah, go,
Yeah.
go, please.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised because I liked the trailer. It looked pretty good.
Yeah.
And actually sitting down and watching it with my boy and my missus, it was really good. I was really surprised how much I did like it.
Yeah.
It's very Indiana Jonesy kind of
Yeah, Pirates
kind
of
of
the
feel to it.
Caribbean, kind of, and which makes sense because it's based on a Disney ride, which obviously Pirates of the Caribbean was. I really liked it. We actually went to the cinema to see it. It's the first time we've been to the cinema in, at least a year. But they were doing fairly cheap tickets. We went on a Saturday morning.
The Pebble and Mary Poppins. I like that.
I loved it. I loved the Rock. I think he's great. He's kind of, for me, he's the spiritual successor to Arnie, who I loved. And I thought it was going to be good fun, but actually, I really got into it as kind of like it just drew me in. I thought it was very well done. A lot of people are moaning, saying it's a bit, been done before. It's a bit Pirates of the Caribbean, but I mean, I don't know. It was good fun. It was what I was expecting from it, and more really.
This is his sixth jungle movie, no? Like The Rock's, isn't he always like in a jungle film?
Yeah. I
Pretty
don't
much.
think he's allowed to leave the jungle. He just has to stay there now.
In this,
but yeah,
actually not, is he? But that's a
no,
spoiler.
yeah,
so.
because he did both the Jumangis. He's in the jungle.
Yeah.
He's done this, and I
He did
swear
another
I was
one
watching.
with that guy from American Pie, I think. I can't remember his name.
Because he was in Journey 2, which is the Brendan Fraser sequel for Journey to the Centre of the Earth, and that was in a jungle.
Yeah, with Michael Caine.
Yeah, that was fucking awful. I don't know why. Obviously Michael Caine had a tax bill he needed to pay because that just didn't need to.
No,
that film did not need to exist in any way, shape, or form. But I really like this. I thought it was good. The special effects were pretty good.
I thought they were good. I thought the score was really good.
The film that I'm talking about is called The Rundown. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't know.
The Rundown. No,
it was a 2003 film.
It rings a bell. That's going to annoy me now.
Yeah, The Rundown.
Okay. But yeah, the score was really good. They kind of they repurpose Nothing Else Matters from Metallica into a kind of instrumental piece for kind of the
I've seen that. It was fucking awful.
Yeah. But yeah, no, and I didn't know about them, and I was like, oh, it's Metallica, I love it. But yeah, I thought it ticked all the boxes for me. I really enjoyed it. It's worth
Do
a
you
go.
guys have Disney Plus there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So was this film? Because I know they have like an add-on, like you pay a certain amount and you can watch it at home. Is that the same with this, or is it free?
Yes. Yeah. So it's £20, or I think it's $30. Is it in
$30?
US?
Right.
Yeah.
So it just unlocks it until it hits the free part of it.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah,
So
and to be fair, I don't.
Over and over and over if you want.
Yeah. And to be fair, I don't find that too bad, considering how much it costs to go to the cinema for like 3 or 4 of us.
Yeah.
So I think certain films, like I will always go watch at the cinema, like your Star Wars and stuff like that. But things like this, I'm happy to kind of spunk 20 quid up the wall on it and see, if it turns out to be shit, then I'm not that worried.
No.
But luckily, this was one of the better films. I mean, I really like the bad guy in the submarine, the German fella. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, he's Prince someone or whatever, isn't he? He's good. And I didn't even mind the I forget what his name is. The guy playing
Jack Whitehall.
Yeah, because I don't really like him as a comedian, but I think he worked in this. He was all right. He didn't annoy me.
Oh, I thought he was really good in it.
Yeah,
and
I
was really surprised. So Steve, did you guys watch Black Widow on Disney Plus? We didn't watch it on Disney Plus, but we watched it. Let's put it that way.
We know some one-eyed people.
Yeah, we sailed the 7 seas for that one.
We did. But yes, I think if if we didn't have alternate means, then I think we'd have been happy to pay for either of those.
Yeah.
To be honest, So
Yeah.
That kind of like it makes me want to like mention how Halloween Kills comes out in October, but the way things are here, it's getting worse day by day. So I have a feeling that they're gonna either push it back maybe another year, but I wouldn't, be opposed to paying. I mean, if I had to, I'd pay the $100 US dollars to see Halloween Kills at home, because I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't think I can survive. I mean, obviously, I just don't think I can wait. Like I've been chopping at the bits since 2018.
Which studio is it with, Manny?
Blumhouse and Universal.
So, have Universal done any sort of straight to?
There
they
was
got a deal with anybody? Or?
There was a talk where they were going to bring Halloween Kills to Netflix, because I think some of the Halloween films are on Netflix, like overseas. Because
I watched the first one.
There's a few
of these two.
So apparently there's something in the works, but I mean, that I don't think they'll make as much money as they want. But I'll pay a fee because I really want to see it this year.
I've gotten really used to just watching films at home. I mean, I like the cinema, and I'm never going to say I'm never going to go again. But there's certain films that like I will go to the cinema and watch. But if I think back at like all the Star Wars films I've been to see at the cinema, like Indiana Jones, all that kind of stuff, I would go see it at the cinema, and I would instantly come back and just go, bam, 20 quid, here you go, and have it.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be I think huge blockbuster films like that, it's only a benefit. I think films where people are kind of on the fence is going to be where the movie studios are going to go, did we make as much as we possibly could have? Because obviously they hit you once for the 20 quid and that's about it.
Yeah.
But I really want to watch Halloween Kills. It looks really good. The trailer looks fantastic.
Things are leaking out day by day, and it's just like if they released it today, I'd be happy, but hopefully they don't push it back another year. Cause
how much would it cost you to rent out a screen for yourself?
I want to say it's like $150.
It's not that bad, is it?
No. I mean,
even if you get like 5 of you or something, it's
right.
It's good.
We were gonna go watch Suicide Squad in theaters, but our theater went away with blocking off every other seat, because before they would, like we saw Black Widow and there was nobody sitting next to us. But for Suicide Squad, the whole theater was open, and I don't want some asshole coughing on my neck, and then I go home with COVID right here, and then I touch my nose, poke my nose, and then I get sick. So, but I would definitely rent a whole theater if I could.
Yeah. I mean, so while I was at work today, my missus took my boy to the cinema to do one of those early showings, where it's like £6 for the pair of them.
Yeah.
And she was like, and she said she didn't realise how much my boy had missed the cinema. Like he beamed as soon as he went in.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. She said it wasn't massively packed, but there was still enough people in there. But I'd still be a little bit.
What did they say?
The Three Musketeers or something.
Some animated
thing that was on.
Yeah, I mean, we basically we booked like right in the back corner, just 3 seats, so there was no one else anywhere near us. We wore our masks right up until we sat down and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not zero risk. You're always going to be taking a risk. We're both double vaxxed. We kind of thought, we'll give it a go, and it was fine. But as I say, you never know. You never know whether you're.
The problem I have with going out of places is because this is all I've been doing for the last sort of 2 years. I'm like, you should have this, you should have that. Why the fuck aren't you doing that? Why haven't you done this? So I think it's easier if I just stay at home. I'm myself far more popular.
Yeah.
So Steve, what's all your most watched film? I don't think you'll be beating mine, and don't ask why I have. Okay, go on. What film have you guys watched the most? Everything.
I can't name that right now. It's a kids show, so. My most watched film that I visit, probably Halloween 1978. I watched that thing like a little bit too much, or I don't know, even maybe like Return of the Jedi. I'm a huge fan of Return of the Jedi. I think that's my all-time favorite Star Wars film. But yeah, I think both of those I kind of just go back and forth. But RoboCop, I mean, I can just sit here and tell you all kinds of movies.
I kind of have like a top 5 where the good thing about Disney Plus is that, and the way I've kind of gone with stuff now is I rarely watch Blu-rays or anything on disc. It's everything I just stream. So, yeah, I'm with you, Manny. Return of the Jedi is probably my favourite Star Wars film because that's the one I remember watching the most of when I was a kid. So I will put that, and I will just put that on if I'm pottering around doing anything. It just goes on. That Back to the Future, like 1, 2, and 3, I can quite happily just have those on, no worries. So, and Indiana Jones, like I kind of have these top films I will just keep going back to.
Mine's definitely New Hope. I must watch it 5 or 6 times a year at least. So.
I thought you were going to say a day. I was like, oh my god.
No. It's just on permanent loop, Manny. Yeah.
He gets absolutely fuck all done.
Yeah,
he just
Stevens is Polar Express, and he actually knows how many times I don't know how he knows how many times he's watched it. You need to seek help, my friend. It's okay. I don't mind the film, but
greetings, hello.
Yeah,
Link the Jedi. Yeah, no. Polar Express comes on at Christmas, and then it's turned off for the rest of the year in my house. I can't be doing Christmas every fucking day of the year.
Christmas Carol, I probably watched a heck of a lot, but not as much as New Hope.
Yes, yeah. What we got? Ghostbusters for me. Watch the thing on loop. Yeah. True. I'm not sure how I feel about the new one though. I don't know if I'm gonna brave it and watch it at the cinema or just wait for them or wait for a copy.
Yeah.
Wait for the one-eyed people to bring you a copy.
Yeah, exactly. To sail past the.
Yeah. Because
I don't know.
I think it's the last one. I know this is nothing to do with the last one, but I was really, really excited for the last one, and then it really let me down. So I'm a bit like,
once bitten. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I think I'll get out and see a few more films in the cinema, but I'll pick and choose. As I bought a projector last year, so it makes it a lot easier to justify sitting at home and watching it, on a massive screen. Whereas before I'd have gone, I would go, but now I can go, well, that film looks okay, I'd like to watch it, I'll either get a copy or I'll pay for it, whatever. There will be some that I would like to, I think, I'd like to see Maverick in 4DX screening with the, the moving chairs and the wind effects and stuff, because that'll be pretty mad. But yeah, maybe a couple of...
I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
That's right. Go on.
One time we went to a 4DX showing, and I sat next to this old man. It was kind of maybe he was like late 50s, and by the time the movie was over, he couldn't walk. He couldn't get up from the chair. It was so funny. He was like, you're gonna need to bring the car back in front. I was just like, oh my god, like he couldn't stand up to save his life. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I saw the second Jumanji film, and the best one actually was Le Mans '66. Just for like when you're in the car, and it was just really brilliant the way it was kind of banking round and everything. So yeah, I like it for certain films. It's definitely.
So I went and did a back-to-back when the Last Jedi was on. So that came on at midnight, but we watched The Force Awakens first in 4DX and then straight into The Last Jedi. And that both those films in 4DX was really good, particularly the fighter scenes.
Yeah.
They were really good. The one of the funny bits is obviously the seats moving about. So when you got fucking Leia doing a fucking space dive, your chair's going ooh to make it even fucking shitter. But all in all, they were quite good in 4DX. They weren't too bad.
Yeah. I think it adds a bit.
Definitely adds a bit to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
So that brings our content to a close, I think. Time of the show to give a shout out to all our wonderful Patreon subscribers, helping keeping this show on the road. So we have Sean Fear, Ian Seaby, Rene Mendes, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, Leah Hernandez, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, James Colley, Joao Brader, Iquan, Dan Lee, Dini Martin, Stephen Crett, Big Fern, King Zach, Caesar American, Mike Cruz, Lisa Martin Bomonsky, Rick de Gregorio, Alvin Jules, The Everyday Collector, Ricardo Valdez, Bowler Boyd, Jimmy James, Mario Cortez, Stephen Percher, Sean Yatsu, Scott Bradley, Stephen Maria Stanley, Jesse Contreras, Eric Manzanares, Joe Corpus, Mr. and Mrs. JB, and Louis Bennett. Thank you all very much. Very appreciative of your support.
Thank you.
If you are interested in joining the Patreon and you're not currently a member, we have 3 tiers. Sweet Angel gets you a sticker sent straight to your door every month, and as well as access to Ox After Dark replay. The middle tier, Certified Crispy, gets you an official Certified Crispy certificate on first pledge, assistant figure fixed by Zach, and all the benefits of the previous tier. And the top level What a Guy focusing this to get a signed collecting weekly live 18x24 silhouette poster. Doubles all the stickers we send so you can give one to your friends and family, get them listening to the show, and all the benefits of the previous tiers. They're also looking at another kind of incentive for that tier, which is sort of in the process of being worked on at the moment. So for August, we've got 2 stickers. We've got the Certified Crispy sticker and the lovely John, the Everyday Collector, on the Holy Max sticker. Love that one. Did you have any input on these ones, Manny?
Yeah, I actually created both of them.
Yeah, I thought you might have done. I was just siding you in there. So yeah.
Yeah. The Certified Crispy one, I was drinking a beverage and I had put it down right in front of me and I was watching TV and I just looked at my cup and I was like, that would be a cool sticker. So I got the iPad out, quickly drew it up, I sent it, and it was a hit with the Patreon group. And then the Holy Mac, I know there's like a thing where people say that it's a U. I promise that's an O. I know how to spell holy, but that was just made to screw around, and it got made into a sticker. So I'm always just throwing out designs. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I really like it. They're good.
Yep. So if you didn't know, Manny's very good at this, and he designs quite a lot of these stickers.
Yes.
Did our logo?
Patreon. Yep.
Yes.
He did. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely love it.
Excellent.
Absolutely love it.
Just a quick shout. We've got TeePublic, so we've got T-shirts of most of the show logos. Again, shout out to Manny for a lot of those. Some of the little jokes and bits and pieces from previous shows. If you want to wear some CW merch, go and have a look at them. I'll drop the link in the chat there. And that's pretty much it. So if you want to, before we go through these, what's going on with yourself, Manny? I know you've been doing the little 60-second reviews and stuff.
I try and put as many like I call it the 60-second creep show. But there hasn't really been a lot of horror news. Of course, there's like Halloween kills, like The Mask just came out through Trick or Treat Studios, and there's a little bit of information, but not enough to like hold a big show. So hopefully when we get closer to Halloween, hopefully I'll put out maybe one good Creeps R Us, maybe have some special guests talk about like paranormal and all that. But I feel like once we get more into like the Halloween time, I think that vibe will come back and it will come naturally.
We have to do something on the Evil Dead.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because I could talk about Evil Dead all fucking day long. All day long, mate.
Are you gonna that new figure? What is it? The luxury edition or something?
Yeah, I've got 2 on pre-order. So I ordered one with Sideshow, because at that point you can only get it with Asmus and Sideshow. So I went, okay, I'll do Sideshow because I've got points and stuff. And then guy in the UK that we use, Lee Ward, the Good, the Bad and Robots, put up that he could get hold of the Legendary edition. So I ordered one with him as well, because I was like, Sideshow are going to absolutely kill me on shipping and tax, whereas his price is kind of all in. So I need to cancel the Sideshow one, but I'm definitely getting it just for that stand. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I know people were saying that they didn't like the rooted hair sculpt that it comes with the head. I don't have a problem with it, but I mean, I could see why people say that it looks like a little Barbie or something.
My problem is it's the fringe on it, because it's like someone's just gone boom with some scissors, so it's like fucking straight.
Yeah.
So,
looks like my haircut. That's why I wear a cap.
Bang, just a bowl cut. Yeah. See, I wish I had hair problems. Like, I wish. But yeah, I know what they mean. But when you look at everything else you're getting, I can kind of look past that, and I could probably spend some time fucking about with it to get it looking better.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's just going to sit in the vice. And if I'm being really picky, I probably would have liked more of kind of a split head, so you could put the chainsaw down the middle. Would be cool. Although you don't see that, you just see the light bulb fucking covered in red blood. It would be cool to have that as somewhere to put the chainsaw, so you could just go boom, and it's just jammed in the middle of the head. Would be good. Honestly, it's fantastic, because I've got the Sideshow Evil Dead Ash, where I
put a Fison on that, right?
Yes, yeah. So I had to ditch the shoes because the Fison wouldn't peg into them. But overall, it on a Fison, I really like it. And then I had to get the watch from the Evil Dead 3 Ash to put on it, because for some reason every Ash that comes out, apart from the Army of Darkness Ash, doesn't come with a watch. So it helps cover up that one joint. So on the whole, I'm really happy with that. So I might put the Asmus head on that and just keep that as it is and use everything else. Yeah. But because I've got a Deadeye Ash as well, and an S-Smart Ash, and an Evil Dead 3 Deadeye Ash. So I'm all ashed out. I've got enough ash. So it's really just I'm buying it mainly for the accessories and the stand and that. So 100%.
The only ash that I have is on my elbows. My elbows are a little ashy. That's it.
I'm surprised you haven't got any Evil Dead stuff. I thought you'd be all over it.
No, yeah. I mean, I've seen yours and I really like it. The only ash that I had in the past was the Mezco, and I really liked it. But I mean, I don't really collect that small scale stuff anymore. I'm just doing 1/6. But I might, if it's still available, I might be tempted. I don't know, but I'm in no rush to get it. Yeah,
it's one of those that I had to as soon as I saw it. When they because they showed the standard, and they didn't really give any context as to what else they were doing. So the standard didn't really make sense because he didn't have the rip shirt, he still had the chainsaw, and there were loads of little bits that just didn't. It was like someone had just seen movie stills and kind of put one together. So when they announced the Legendary, I was like, now it all kind of makes sense. I get it now, and I'm all over it. So yeah, cannot wait for that.
We'll look forward to hearing some more from you nearer the time then, Manny.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah. So we have our network. So we have Small Talk, which is the itty bitty little things and the tiny toys that people collect. So small. So they are the tiny toys. Really good show, and like I've said, I say every fucking week, hats off to them, because the rate of fucking knots that some of that 12 scale stuff comes out is just fucking insane. How they manage to keep up with it all, I will never fucking know. We got Live and Let Dice, which is where every single virgin on the network comes to hang out and play Dungeons & Dragons. I wish I could play Dungeons and Dragons, but I've seen a woman's breasts, so I cannot. I'm not allowed to play. And so we have the Collecting Weekly, literally unboxing absolutely fucking anything. That's on every Monday, and whenever anyone gets so much has a new set of socks. They are on there, unboxing. Well worth a watch. Really good if you're into that kind of thing. And then we have Collecting Weekly Live. You don't really need to know about them. They're on all the time. They're fine. Good bunch of guys. The In and Outs of Collecting, which is the statue world. and the voice of common sense, which is Eddie and Manny, are on that one. After
Mario.
Dark,
Eddie and
Mario. Eddie and Mario.
Wow,
there's so many
I'm
people
never coming on this show again. How do I exit?
No, exactly, yeah. There's so many. It's that many of us. It's hard to keep up. That's why we all need name tags, actual name tags. So yeah, then we have After Dark, which is effectively 4 people sitting around back to back wanking off, which is why it has to be on After Dark. We can't show that in reasonable hours for reasonable people because it's pure filth. The jewel in the crown of the network, OFAC, the one show you really should be listening to. We're here, 2 fat men bumbling through a podcast for an hour and 45 minutes on a Thursday night or afternoon. I legitimately wonder what the fuck people do. But at some point we have 25 people, mostly in America, watching us in the middle of the day, and I think we're not worth getting the sack for. We're really not.
Come on.
Like, we're really not.
No.
And then we have CW Clips, which is all the funny stuff that goes on the network. We're not on there a lot because I'm too lazy to go back through and send through anything that I think is mildly funny. So, and then we have Ox Plays Absolutely Anything. As I think they were playing a lawnmower simulator the other day.
Simulator, yeah.
God help you. God help you if you want to watch that. But it gets better because sometimes there is Flight Simulator on there, which is a thing, apparently. And there are some other good games. So there is Grand Theft Auto, but not Grand Theft Auto as you would think. No. They will drive around and arrest each other. Riveting stuff. So that is our network. If I haven't sold it to you at this point, then I really don't know what's wrong with you. But honestly, give everyone a watch. They're all very good guys, and worth having a look at. So that's us. That is it. An hour and 46 minutes of listening to our nonsense. Lawn demower? Eddie?
Lawn demower.
I
think that's how you said it.
Oh, okay. The lawn mower. How about that one? Yeah, so that is us. So thank you everyone for joining us. If you have any questions, then that's just tough for you, isn't it? Cool. So thank you everyone, and thank you so much, Manny, for jumping in and joining us.
Of course.
Cheers,
you are welcome. You are welcome anytime. So feel free to just drop in. No worries at all. And we will see you all next time.
See you next time. Episode 50.
See you later. Yes, it's our 50th.
Yeah.
Fuck knows how they put up with us for that long, but it is our 50th.
Prostate exam now. Yeah.
Yep. Ankles by the ears.
That's the giveaway prize.
I've been giving myself
free
one this whole show. Yeah. I gotta go wash my hands now. I gotta go take a shower.
I tried, but I can only get a biro so far up there.
And I saw this COVID weight. I can't reach too far, but I was touching something. Something felt good. So
that's why I've been coughing. I went a little bit too far.
Now my whole house smells. Now I got to put the air freshener on my wife.
And on that stinky bombshell, we shall see you next time. Catch you later.
Peace.
Bye. See ya.